Okie dokie. We're back for Gerbil's Birthday Challenge Part 3. I do have to level with you. We've done some, sort of facetious, drinks and some, reading this book during the day, which is actually a pretty good book. I'm going to keep reading it. And me saying, oh, I'm going to go and find a Freddo ice cream cake. There is an issue with the Freddo cake, and I do have a document here I fished out of my legal drawer here. Let's have a look at it. This is Supreme Court of New South Wales, Woolplip and Dili District. R, which for those of you who are outside the Commonwealth, R is basically the people. It stands for Regina or Rex, basically the Crown. Versus, there it is, Gerbil, Archimedes, Jehoshaphat, Borfingley, Bob, FX Jr. That's me. It's a conduct compliance order dated August 15, 2021, so about 2.5 years ago. It's got a lot of things in there, just basically saying why they came to a decision, some mitigating factors, and the actual terms of the decision itself. Conduct compliance order, August 15, 2021. Judgment has been rendered on the following grounds. Mr. FX did, on March 15, 2021, so about 3 or 4 months before then, remove without explicit or implied permission one California macaw from the possession of its lawful owner. Later on same day, Mr. FX did evade and resist apprehension by officers of New South Wales Police. So resisting arrest, basically. Mr. FX did cause nuisance by, I still laugh when I say this, by loudly shouting, "Triangles, I smell triangles, I need the parrot," several times over a duration of 40 minutes in a public shopping centre. Okay. As mitigating factors, this court recognises that Mr. FX had consumed one large portion, and this is where I got to come clean, one large portion of Biv Redge on the morning of March 15, 2021. It also recognises that Biv Redge was likely to cause Mr. FX to experience hallucinatory stimuli, including but not limited to smelling triangles, perceived loss of left eye function, and an uncontrollable urge to steal a parrot. As the primary constituent of Biv Redge is the commercial frozen food additive Freddo, down there, E964, as an E number. The following conditions are ordered by this court. Mr. FX is not to consume Biv Redge or any derived product for 12 months from the date of this order. This was 2.5 years ago, so I can have Biv Redge now. Mr. FX may not purchase nor possess any food product containing more than 50% weight by volume of Freddo E964 for 5 years from the date of this order. So this part's still in effect. And it's actually not 50% of the total weight. It's 50% of the weight by volume of the maximum allowable amount of Freddo in a food product. Any food products purchased by Mr. FX must contain no Freddo, or must be clearly labelled as containing 50% weight by volume or less of Freddo E964 for 5 years from the date of this order. Failure to comply shall incur penalty as prescribed in Section 168 Q subsection 1 of the Crimes Act, New South Wales, revised 1996. Rendered on this date, August 15, 2021. Justice James G. Sprossett, Esquire. He was a nice bloke. So basically, I can't just wander in and go to the frozen food section and buy a cake that says Freddo on the front. And so I was a little bit and to be honest, I was just going to be facetious and buy a Pavlova base and then stack it with Lamingtons and like In Excess or Crowded House CDs and things like basically all the things that, New Zealanders and Australians fight over who really invented it. But Sarah Lee had my back. I got one of these. This is a Sarah Lee Deluxe Chocolate and Salted Caramel Ice Cream Cake. And as you can see, it's clearly labelled as Semi-Freddo, which means that it is at most 50% Freddo by volume. It's also salted caramel and chocolate. I actually really like salted caramel, so I am going to eat myself a bit of this. Also, I mean, this thing is going to be in my freezer for about 7 weeks because this is enough sugar to put me in a coma. So let's put this box over there, throw it at my Bob Hawke book, and get out the trusty Global G4. I may need to move the microphone slightly so that I can articulate this nice, so bear with me. Oh, what I should have done before I cut was show you the it's actually inside a tub, so like I've actually got to sort of fish it out, so I'm trying to cut this. So you can see the bits of caramel and the blobs of caramel and what looks like caramel. It's got chocolate ice cream underneath. You can sort of see where it browns. Yeah, but this is enough sugar to put me in a coma, so I'm going to have a small piece of it and then eat it bit by bit over the next few weeks. So just give me a point. I'm just going to cut it. I might need to use my fingers. Just to amuse myself, I'm not going to edit out the 3 minutes of struggling it took me to slice a piece of ice cream cake, which I have here. It did fall apart a little tiny bit, but it looks really nice. That is some good ice cream cake. I love salted caramel, and you can tell that there is no more than about 35-40% Freddo in there, you know, per maximum allowed volume. Now, what I'm surprised at is that Biv Redge, McDonald's claims that they don't put any Freddo in their Biv Redge anymore. I mean, I don't really believe them. I mean, I've been getting a whiff of triangles and I do kind of want to steal a parrot right now. So I reckon they still put a bit of Freddo in it, but I mean, it probably wouldn't be anywhere near as much as they used to put in there. But this is a nice cake. And for those of you wondering about the book too, no, it wasn't a John Grisham hardback that I printed out and sticky taped together a new cover for and then wrapped it around an old book. You even heard me. I read passages from the book, and that's exactly what. Oh, I threw it on the lounge and it went to tumble onto the floor. Sorry, but yeah, that's basically. Yeah, it's been a good day. I'm really going to enjoy my semi Freddo. I could not believe I bought that. I was just going to buy pavlova bits and make a stupid facetious cake that was probably going to be half eaten and then thrown in the bin anyway. And then I just saw this semi Freddo Sara Lee ice cream cake, pardon me, sitting in the frozen food section, and it was half price. It was $7.50 for the whole cake, and I just thought, Okay. And they actually had a real, like, the branded Freddo ice cream birthday cake there. And it's just a little bit bigger than this one. I think this one's about 1.3 litres of ice cream. And the full Freddo brand is like 1.5. A Freddo ice cream cake is like $25 for like for basically ice cream with some Freddo frogs on top of it. So yeah, it wasn't exactly going to be cheap, but $7.50 for this, and it's normally only 15. But I mean, I normally wouldn't buy it anyway because I don't eat this much sugar. But yeah, anyway, it has been a good day. I have completed my challenges. I have told the Supreme Court of New South Wales they can stick this court order up their arse. They did try that, and unfortunately, yeah, that's brought up another court date for me coming up in sometime in March. But I mean, they were the ones who chose to comply with a random guy who phoned them up from a payphone in rural New South Wales. So I mean, it's their own damn fault. I mean, they can. Yeah. Anyhow, it's been fun. Thanks for all the happy birthday wishes, and I will see you all soon.